My father was a tribal chief on the Canadian side, had two brothers that were tribal chiefs on the Canadian side. I had a sister who was in a tribal chief at the time also. So it was always, I feel it was ingrained in me to do that next step for myself. There was things going on within our community, I believe, at that time that we needed a change. For me at the time, being in the casino environment and gaming, I felt that there should be representation from the gaming side. We had a management group that came in, and they were hired to come in and manage the casino. And when we talk about women in leadership, that was my first experience as far as going into being a woman, going into an environment where it's new for me. Gaming is new. I come in as at the time associate relations. I get introduced. I'm invited into this meeting where it's male dominant because it's all gaming management group. Coming from Las Vegas, they seem to know everything. As far as they're concerned, they know everything. And as I'm sitting there observing this whole group of non-native gaming experts, I thought, as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, one day you're going to be gone, and we're going to have our own people sitting at this table. And I knew at the time that we could do this. We can do this. You just teach us, and we can do this. I think for myself, I've always wanted to make a difference in people's lives. And I think I've done that with either in gaming or with education, because I'm very involved with education also. I've helped with bringing forward Akwesasne Toastmasters, because I find a lot of our people are very reserved, myself included. We're not the big public speakers that some people are. So with that, we brought Akwesasne Toastmasters in, and also creating partnerships within this community. I've been involved with Franklin County Tourism Group, sit on our local school boards. I've been participating with North Country Advisory Board. I participated with SUNY Canton because I seen where we needed more training. So it's those type of partnerships and being out there, knowing what your community, me being able to recognize what our community needs were, and focusing and trying to create the partnership to be able to put programs in place to help our people. I think that was probably one of my biggest accomplishments. I think the biggest challenge I've had, and I thank Tribal Council for this, was when they appointed me as the general manager during this pandemic. I think this is the challenge of my life. At the time, we laid off almost 750 people, and to see, it was devastating, very devastating, because it's something that you never want to go through, especially to tell people that now you're going to be laid off. We're not exactly sure how long you're going to be laid off, and to try and continue keeping their benefits, also their health benefits, so that we don't cause more hardship. We did everything to try and work with our employees, and that was challenging. And then to come up with a plan to reopen the casino. I have always thought, men can do it, I can do it. That's kind of how I raised my kids too. And I tell them, don't wait for your husband to do it. If you can do it yourself. Just get it done. I said, don't sit there and have to wait for a man to do the job. My mother took care of us. And my mother always, so maybe that's why I have this belief that if a man can do it, a woman can do it also. I think the best compliment I ever got from my mother was, she sees everything I did, and she says, and she told me, she says, you know, I never seen anybody work as hard as I did when I was your age until I seen you work. And I thought, oh, that's the best compliment ever. I think I see Akwesasne as a thriving community. We have a lot of very smart people. This community coming together again, and we will thrive, because eventually we will get back on our feet, and we will thrive. Yeah, it's going to be a better community for us. We have so many women here in this community that are in education, that are professionals, that are lawyers, there's so many here in this community that need to be recognized. And I find it's about time we recognize these people.